What's up, YouTube? It's WenEazy, the guy who puts the dub in Wotaku, and I'm about to put some dubs in your Knockout City game with this quick guide. I'm not gonna take too long with it. Let's just jump right in and let's get over the very most important things that you need to know to be good at Knockout City. So let's start from the top. Knockout City is a dodgeball game, exactly like gym when you were in middle school. You get a rubber ball and you throw it at people, and if you hit them, that counts as one life. In Knockout City, most game modes, if not all of them, you only get 2 hits before you get knocked out. It's lock on, so you don't have to worry about being good at aiming. I play on keyboard and mouse, but we'll get into that later. You don't have to worry about being good or cracked or whatever. Wherever you look, as long as the lock on symbol is on them, it's gonna go straight to them. So let's cover the very first, what I think the most important thing in this game is movement. So you get a sprint button, a dodge button, and then you also can turn into a ball. This is the most vulnerable you'll ever be in the game, so try not to be in this form unless you need to get thrown at somebody. Let's talk about ball form first, because it's probably one of the most simpler things. When you're in ball form, what will happen is that your teammates can pick you up and use you like an actual dodgeball. If you throw somebody in ball form at another player, it will instantly knock them out. It will be done, and then they'll respawn wherever they spawn in, but that will count as 1 point towards your team if you were the one who threw it. But be aware that people can catch your friends who are a ball and throw it back at you, and it'll also be an instant knockout. After ball form, we have dodging. Dodging is a great way of getting out of the way of getting hit by a ball. If somebody is gonna throw a ball at you, gonna hit me. Another thing you can also do with dodging, you can dodge into a ball and it will deflect the ball. If you see right here, there's like a little shield in front of me. If the ball hits that shield, then you're safe. If it doesn't, then you're in a bad spot. For example, you see how I turned around and tried to dodge back? It's gonna hit you if it hits your back. Dodging is great if you have multiple balls being thrown at you at the same time. So if there's 2 balls coming at you, a good dodge can deflect both of those. Dodging can also turn into tackling, real simple. If you dodge into somebody, they get tackled. They drop the ball that's in their hand, and not only that, but like they're stunned for a few seconds. So if you can coordinate with your team, hit them right when they're in the air, they're not going to be able to block it. Throwing is very simple. You hold the left, I use my mouse and keyboard, so you hold the left click to charge it up, let it go, a fast dodgeball coming at you. When you just throw it, it'll be slow. Sometimes a slow ball is better than a fast ball because people tend to see the ball fly out and automatically go for the catch. So you might be able to catch some people off guard by doing that. So there's charge up shots. In the game, you can spin. So when you throw a ball and you spin to curve, when you throw the ball and you do a roll, it's a lob. You can also curve pass, and you can lob pass as well. So keep in mind of these. These are also useful if you're falling, because they give you a little bit of a stall in the air. And you also have a glider. I forgot about the glider because you don't really use it too much, but if you're ever like in the air and you want to get some more distance from your jump, glide it out. Gliding is a great way of moving around, but the reason I don't use it so much is because it takes up my screen, and when somebody's throwing a ball at you, you want to be able to see where it's coming from, because sometimes you're not going to be able to know when to grab it. These are the special balls. Cage ball puts the person you threw it at in a cage, and until you see how like around the ring of the person in the cage shows you how long you have until they can break out. So a great tip for people who are in a cage, let me show you. One of the things that you might get hit with people with cage balls is boom, right? And that's a knockout because they can't get out of it. So when you have a cage ball and if there's an open area, throw them out of there, get them out of there. So the multi-ball, very self-explanatory. Gives you 3 dodgeballs. If you don't pick them up off the ground, they will disappear after a short while. Great for when you only find one and your teammates need balls. Pass it around.
Multi-ball.
Here's the thing about the multi-ball too, is that if you charge one, you charge them all. So make sure that if you want to use the multi-ball instead of passing it around, make sure you charge them up and you can just let it loose. They're not as fast as regular balls, but you might be able to spam them out. So the moon ball gives you increased jumps, because it gives you 0 gravity, and it also has increased knockback. Now we use a time bomb. Very self-explanatory. No matter if you're holding it, it will blow up after a certain amount of time. But the thing that makes this ball so useful is the simple fact that if you can time it right, you can use this to knock multiple people out. And with the right timing, you can make it so that no matter if they catch it or not, they're still going to lose a heart. And last but not least, we have the sniper ball. Again, very self-explanatory. With the sniper ball, great distance, really strong knockback. It can get caught, but it has amazing range. Try your best not to just lob this ball because it is very slow. Catching it will not give you a charge either. So like, it is very sticky to use in close combat, but if you ever find one, try to stay away from the fight to try to get a cheeky like kick, because if it hits, it will knock them very far. The best tip I can give you, one that's very underutilized in the 1 day since this game has been out, is passing over throwing. So as you see here, you hear the ball hum, you see it in my hand, obviously I'm going to throw it. It is very predictable. When somebody sees me doing that, they know they're gonna throw it, they're gonna get ready for a catch. This is the speed of the moon ball when I go for a pass and then I throw it. Kind of similar, right? Speed somewhat the same. Well, the difference between those two is that I didn't charge it. I didn't charge it at all. I just passed and I got it right back. And that is why passing is way better than just throwing it at the opponent. If you're by yourself, go for the kill. Obviously, don't wait for your teammate to show up. But if you have the opportunity to pass it to your teammate and they can throw a fast pass, it might catch them off guard. And you can always pass it back. And if your teammate has a ball in their hand, it will automatically go right back to you, and now you have a charged ball. So you don't even have to cock it back. That about does it for me. I try to make this video as short, sweet, to the point, so you can get in there, start getting some KOs and winning some games. Let me know what you liked about the video. Let me know anything that I might have missed or something that you want me to go over more. I appreciate you guys for watching. And if you want to keep up with all my Knockout City shenanigans, make sure you subscribe. I hope to see you guys in the games, and I'll catch you guys later. Wotaku out.